chameleons, I am back again with another video. A lot of you out there have requested to see my updated version on how I do my eyebrows. So I heard your request, I'm listening, and I'm here to fulfill it. So if you'd like to find out how I do my eyebrows, my most current way of doing it, stay tuned and just keep on watching. Okay, real quickly I'm going to show you how I shave my eyebrow. This is typically the eyebrow I do every day when I wear makeup. I completed one side just so you can kind of see an illustration of how my brows look after and before. My brows are pretty beefy here, but then they start to thin out around the sides. So today I'm going to show you my secret on how I keep my brows looking nice and polished for everyday look. First thing that you want to use, and I truly love to use, is the Maybelline, and it's the Define a Brow pencil. These you can find at your local drugstore. I typically get this shade, and I think this is called dark brown. I like this one because it has the brush on one end to help groom the brows to the shape that you want, and then it also has a really skinny, precise tip, if my camera lets you see that. So I like to use that to actually just define the shape of the brow. So simply take this, and what you want to do is lightly create a line and fill in the areas that are sparse for your particular brow shape. For me, I like to take the brow pencil and create the outer arch of the brow like you see me doing here, and then I'll go back in and fill to create my arch. Now what I will do on top is similar. I will take the brow pencil and lightly take short stabbing strokes to create the upper portion of the arch of my brow. And as you can see, it's starting to define the shape of the brow. And then I'll also go along the peak to create the arch, so you end up with a nice arch. If it gets a little too pointy, as you see here, you can take your fingertip or a Q-tip and kind of smudge a little bit of that off because you don't want it too pointy. And then you want to go back in and fill in any sparse areas. And that's pretty much the defining of the brow shape. Now some days, for every day, I might just solely use this only item for my brow if I just want a very soft and natural looking brow. But for days when I'm wearing makeup, you definitely want to do a little bit more. So the next step, you'll need your favorite brow powder. Mine is so old, it's lost the graphic on front, but this is Lorac Take a brow powder in dark brown. And you know, I'm due for another one. As you can see, I am running low. But what I'll do is take the dark powder and mix the two together. And I will also be using a angled vegan-friendly brow brush from Urban Decay. Simply take a little dab of the brown and a little dab of the black. And then what I'm going to do is actually start from the bottom upper portion and kind of go over the line and create it with the brow brush. And then I'm going to lightly just kind of dab the product into the bulk of my brow. You see how the brow is becoming a little bit more noticeable, a little bit more defined, a little bit more polished. Continue to grab a little bit more of that brow powder. You want to continue along the lower arch of your brow. So I'm going to dab, lightly dab along the arch, and then I'm going to lightly blend it up into the bulk of the brow. And then I'll continue to do the same technique on top and just lightly fill in. Now when you get to this part here, you definitely want to dab just the excess that's left on your brush and lightly smudge it upward, or dab, whichever is easier for you to do. And then you pretty much have the brow shape, but I would really like to go ahead and fill in just a little bit right there. So I just grabbed a little bit of color. Excuse my son, he's excited. He's getting ready to go for a bike ride with my husband. But I'm filling a little bit right up here, and then I believe I have the shape that I want. So now here comes the bonus step. This is going to totally look weird at first, but you'll get the idea once I do it. You definitely want to make sure for this bonus step, you want to use a concealer with a little bit of consistency to it. The concealer I'll be using is by Smashbox, and this is their Camera Ready Stick Concealer in shade 5. You want to go at least a shade lighter than your actual skin tone for it to create this nice pop and smooth definition around the peak of the brow and the upper portion of the brow. So what we're going to do is take the stick itself, and this is going to look crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and create a shape really close to the edge of the brow. Okay, so I'm going to go underneath. This is called kind of blocking out your brow shape. And then I'm also going to go on top and create my little shapes. Sexy, huh? Now you don't want to leave it like that, okay? So the next thing you want to do is grab your concealer brush, and this is my Sigma concealer brush. This is the old one, the SS194, and you want to go really close to the edge of your brow and start to smudge and blend, because you don't want to keep this too defined edge, and then you also want to blend it into your brow area and the lid area of your eye, just so you have that really nice pop concentrate or a highlight created underneath, and then it fades away to look like your skin. And then on top, you want to do the same thing. You want to take the edge of your concealer brush and kind of use it to create that block shape around the brow, and then you want to slightly smudge that color upward so that it begins to fade. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see any concealer around here. It look kind of awkward. And then the same thing on top. You're going to take that brush and get really close to your brow bone and begin to blend. And then you want to begin to smudge upward. Just like that. And then once you've done that, you really have your completed brow shape. You can go ahead and do your eyeshadow. You can go ahead and, one little bonus step you can do if you have really wild brows. Now, I don't have this problem, but sometimes, you know, it may happen. You can take a clear brow gel. One of my favorites is Anastasia Beverly Hills. You can take a clear brow gel, and it's literally clear. And you can go on top lightly. Now, don't press down too hard, otherwise you end up with some really dark brows because the liquid will darken up the brow powder. But you can go on top and just kind of redefine the shape of the brow. This will also help keep your brows from wiggling throughout the day, and you'll get a nice smooth polished look. But that is the way I do my brows. I hope this helped you out, and stay tuned to the end for a little bit more details. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this short and sweet, simple way of how I create my eyebrows. My eyebrows can change from season to season, so as you notice, they go from thick, they can go thinner, but this is pretty much the way I do my brows. Now, I did list the products that I did use in the video, but if you want a little description list of the products I did use, definitely click on that link in the information box below, and I'll have that all listed on my blog as far as what I use, where you can find it if you like to shop online, and so on and so forth. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel and watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!